Every 5 seconds, someone in the world is being diagnosed with diabetes, and over 90% of those cases are type 2 diabetes. This is one of the most common chronic diseases that we have today. But what if the solution to this isn't just in your blood sugar, your pancreas, and in your diet, but in your gut? Akkermansia muciniphila, a microscopic bacteria living deep in your intestines that scientists believe could change the game in how we approach diabetes, weight loss, and even inflammation. Let's break down what it is, why it matters, and how you can naturally boost it to support better blood sugar and better health. Akkermansia is a type of bacteria that lives in the mucus layer of your gut. It was only discovered in 2004, but it's already taking waves in the world of medicine and science. Even though it's tiny and only makes up for about 1 to 5% of your gut bacteria, it plays a huge role in your health. Think of it like a microscopic janitor, constantly cleaning up your gut lining by eating the mucus your body produces. That sounds a bit weird, but it's actually a good thing, because when Akkermansia eat the mucus, your gut responds by making more fresh mucus, and this strengthens the gut lining, keeping out harmful bacteria, toxins, and even undigested food particles. Low levels of Akkermansia have been repeatedly linked to serious health conditions like obesity, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes. In study after study, researchers have found that people with metabolic disorders tend to have less Akkermansia in their gut compared to healthy individuals. But why does it matter so much? Well, as it turns out, Akkermansia isn't just a resident in your gut, but it's a key player for your overall health. Now, before we put Akkermansia on a pedestal, there are some things you need to know. Yes, low levels of Akkermansia have been linked to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and inflammatory bowel disease, but higher levels of Akkermansia have also been found in people with irritable bowel syndrome, Parkinson's disease, and multiple sclerosis. So this reminds us that more isn't always better, and we shouldn't focus too much on just one specific species, because your gut is an ecosystem, and trying to micromanage that with one magic bacteria can sometimes backfire. Akkermansia helps produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, acetate, and propionate, all of which help regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and maintain a healthy gut barrier. Short-chain fatty acids are fuel for the cells in your gut lining, and they help keep inflammation in check. When you don't have enough Akkermansia, you miss out these vital compounds, which can lead to chain reaction of poor blood sugar, increased inflammation, and even more fat storage. But Akkermansia isn't just about short-chain fatty acids. And here is where it gets even more interesting, because Akkermansia helps stimulate a hormone called GLP-1. And GLP-1 plays a huge role in how your body handles food. It slows down how fast food will leave your stomach, so you will feel full longer. It will send a signal to your brain telling your brain that, hey, I'm full, stop eating. And it lowers blood sugar by helping your body release insulin more efficiently. You might have heard of GLP-1 from medications like Ozempic. These are all GLP-1 receptor agonists used for diabetes and weight loss. So think about this. If Akkermansia boosts GLP-1 naturally, then a healthy gut microbiome might work in the same way, but without needing injections or drugs. That means more Akkermansia will lead to more GLP-1, and this will result in better blood sugar control and reduced cravings. So it's like having your own internal Ozempic, but this is boosted by food, movement, and lifestyle. Here's the problem. When someone has type 2 diabetes or obesity, they often have less Akkermansia, and the gut lining becomes weaker and leakier. This allows inflammatory molecules like lipopolysaccharides to enter the bloodstream, which increases insulin resistance and worsens blood sugar levels. Less Akkermansia, more inflammation, worse blood sugar, more fat gain, and even less Akkermansia. It becomes a downward spiral. But the good news is that you can flip that script around. By focusing on the growth of Akkermansia, you can start turning things around, improving blood sugar control, reducing inflammation, and even helping with weight loss. Now that we know that this little bacteria can make such a huge difference, how do we actually grow it back into your gut? Here is the good news. You don't need expensive pills or prescriptions to start building a healthier microbiome. You can boost Akkermansia naturally by making a few key changes to your diet and lifestyle. Let's go through them one by one. Number one is adding polyphenol-rich foods. Polyphenols are natural plant compounds that your good gut bacteria love to eat. They're found in foods like berries, especially cranberries and blueberries, Concord grapes, green tea, peppermint and cloves, and yes, even a little bit of dark chocolate. So when you eat these foods, you're not just feeding yourself, you're feeding your gut's ecosystem. Number 2, fasting and calorie restriction. Studies have shown that intermittent fasting or even simply reducing your daily calorie intake can help increase Akkermansia levels. This makes sense because when we fast, our gut has time to rest and rebuild. And since Akkermansia feeds on mucus, not food particles, it keeps working even when you're not eating, and that encourages your body to keep renewing your gut lining. Number 3, exercise. Exercise isn't just good for your body and your mood, it also transforms your gut. People who exercise consistently tend to have more diverse and balanced gut bacteria, including more Akkermansia. You don't need to run marathons or do extreme sports, even going for a daily walk, maybe some strength training or even yoga can help with this. Number 4 is stress management. Chronic stress damages the gut lining, throws off hormone balance, and messes with your microbiome. Stress lowers Akkermansia levels, while calming practices like going for a walk, deep breathing, journaling, and being in nature can help to bring it back. Even prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night can have a major impact on gut health. Number 5 is prebiotic-rich foods. Prebiotics are fibers that feed your good bacteria, and many of them help Akkermansia flourish. Add foods like garlic, onion, leeks, green bananas, boiled sweet potatoes, and artichokes into your meals regularly. They're simple additions with big benefits. Now, you might be wondering, can I just take a supplement with Akkermansia in it? And yes, you can. But here's the catch. At this moment, there is only one company in the whole world that sells supplements with Akkermansia in it, and they hold the patent, so it can be very expensive and difficult to find. But if you want to go all in, many people combine it with other helpful strains like Lactobacillus, Bifidobacterium, Saccharomyces boulardii, and soil-based probiotics. Each of these support different parts of your gut and immune system, and altogether they can create a healthy environment for Akkermansia to grow. But there's a little warning: if you have SIBO or IBS, adding too many probiotics at the same time or too quickly can actually make your symptoms worse. So start slow and monitor how your body is reacting to this. Another fascinating discovery: Metformin, one of the most prescribed diabetes medication in the world, doesn't just lower blood sugar through the liver and insulin sensitivity, it also increases Akkermansia in the gut. And when Akkermansia increases, so do short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which further helps control blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and boosts overall metabolic health. So it is possible that the success of metformin isn't just pharmaceutical, it's microbial. And the reason why this matters is because type 2 diabetes isn't just about insulin. It's about inflammation, gut health, hormones, and microbes. And when we overlook gut health, we miss a big piece of the puzzle. By supporting Akkermansia naturally through the food we eat, how we move, how we sleep, and how we manage stress, we can shift our biology in a powerful direction. And we're not saying that you can cure diabetes overnight, not at all. But your gut can be your greatest ally in taking control of your overall health. And if you want to learn more about how to take control over your blood sugar, make sure to watch our next video.